What's up, everybody? My name is Kenneth, and I'm a foreigner living in the Philippines, here today to react and learn to why do Filipinos always point with their lips. This is a really interesting one because I actually didn't know about this when I first moved to the Philippines, and I was really confused. I remember asking for things in the supermarket, and the employees would kind of point with their lips, and I wouldn't understand to like turn around and look at where they're pointing. So I'm actually wondering about this also because the entire world uses their finger to point, to point with your finger where you want them to look. But in the Philippines, a lot of people seem to use their lips instead, and I don't really understand this. So I thought this would be interesting to react to. It's by the Filipino story. This has been recommended to me a lot of times, this channel. So yeah, I figured we'd check this out. So yeah, let's just get into the video. Let's go.
Dun.
Exactly like that.
Araw po. Historic day to everyone. I'm Xiao, historian for the Filipino story. And welcome to Ask Xiao! Alam nyo, salamat po sa inyong lahat for sending your questions. We will try to answer them. Okay? It's Xiao time!
Let's go.
All right, Big Dogs 8821. Why do Filipinos point with their lips?
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
I do not know the answer. I was actually talking to the people around me because they're also Filipinos. And this is what I got. Filipinos are expressive and yung passion to express is kasama dun. Dun. But also because my director, Bani, reminded me of a famous Philippine cultural trait. And this is the belief in ninuno. The ninuno, they reside in ant hills. So pag nakakakita tayo ng ant hill, we call them nuno sa punso. There's an ancestor in that ant hill, no? Nuno sa punso, ninuno sa punso. So you're not supposed to point on that nuno sa punso. If you want to refer to it, just gaganon ka lang. No, kasi baka manuno ka.
What?
And
I didn't really understand that. So there was this ant hive thingy? I gotta see this one more time.
And this is what I got. Filipinos are expressive and yung passion to express is kasama dun. Dun. But also because
that makes sense. It's like an expressive thing. They're just very expressive, want to use their entire body. But in that case, why wouldn't you just use your finger and your lips? Like, instead of just the lips, right?
Bani reminded me of a famous Philippine cultural trait. And
Philippine cultural trait
is the belief in ninuno. The ninuno, they reside in ant hills. So pag nakakakita tayo ng ant hill, we call them nuno sa punso. There's an ancestor in that ant hill. No?
So they kind of believe, like spiritually, I guess, that there's an ancestor in that actual ant hill.
Nuno sa punso, ninuno sa punso. So you're not supposed to point on that nuno sa punso. If you want to refer to it, just gaganon ka lang.
Yeah, now I understand. So you're not allowed to point at that because that's kind of like disrespectful to the ancestor that is in the anthill. So if you want to tell people to look there, they kind of developed using their lips, like look there. Okay, I see. It's like a rule. You cannot point to this thing. Okay.
No, kasi baka manuno ka.
Or you'll be cursed. Okay.
That could be where pointing with our lips came from. As a gesture
okay, that makes
of
sense.
respect
Yeah.
to our ancestors. Aside from that, we also have a sweet when we call people. Like, ganun. But now, it's really considered catcalling.
Huh.
But because it's culture, it's really hard to
I think people do that in Europe also, though. But yeah, I guess it's not that common. It could kind of be seen as disrespectful. Like you're treating them like a dog, where I'm from. You wouldn't really do that. But yeah, maybe that's not normal here.
tanggal, ano? That trait. Can I use that word, Bani? Yeah. Make tanggal. Make tanggal! Okay, yeah. I guess that's it. Okay, let's go to more serious stuff. Bruno, no. What? Why do Filipinos start celebrating Christmas in September?
Yeah, this is actually interesting. There's more questions in this video than just the pointing. And I really like that because this Christmas in September thing is very interesting to me. Already now, I can't even go outside. You always hear Christmas music and there's Christmas trees and decorations everywhere. And it's just September. It's so crazy to me.
Christmas in September. Whenever I see girls and boys selling lanterns on the street. This is a very new phenomenon. By the year 2000s
Very
and
new,
2010s, the first 2 decades of the 21st century, what happened here was mall culture became rampant. Meaning there were more malls than you could ever imagine in the whole of the Philippines. And this is now the problem of display. When there is summer, you can display the summer outfits, right? During the rainy days, we can have the back-to-school display and, the rainy day display. When Christmas, you have the Christmas display. But the problem was, after August, you really do not have anything to display. There's not.
Really though? Is that true? Can't you have No, it's very warm in the Philippines. And it doesn't less rain in these months. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. There's nothing to display. Like the raincoats are here, and then there's just nothing.
Nothing really special being celebrated or commemorated or whatever. So
in Norway, the climate's more varied. So in September, October, that's when it rains in Norway. Even in November, it rains. So that's when you'd see the raincoats on display and stuff. So we don't have this phenomenon where Christmas decorations are displayed in September. Very, very unique.
Encourage people to have early Christmas shopping because you do not want to beat the Christmas rush. You now display Christmas themed decorations by September. And of course, when you display the Christmas decorations, you have to have the music that comes with it. So that's why Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You, is famous in the Philippines every September.
That's funny. Yeah, that's my experience here in the Philippines now.
And of course, Jose Marichan's Christmas in Our Hearts and Perfect Christmas. But also, we extended our Christmas because we love Christmas time. We love being happy. More importantly,
okay, he means that's why it starts in September. I thought he meant that it's lasts longer than December.
Have the spirit of giving. That is the very spirit of being Filipino and the very spirit of the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. That God gave His Son as a gift, an undeserved grace to save mankind. And the way we want to celebrate it is to be thankful, to be happy, to share our blessings to each and every one of us. And that also means pakikipagkapwa for the kaginhawaan of all, because kasayahan is kaginhawaan. And as we've learned from the
a lot of Filipino words here I'm learning. I don't know if I'll remember them, but it's nice.
Story, this is what it means to be Filipino. To care, to share, and to love. Okay, Tom Cruise, 1047, who wrote the Bahay Kubo song? Do you know who wrote the Bahay Kubo song?
Bahay Kubo song? What is that? I've never heard of this. Is this a popular song in the Philippines?
Some say it was Felipe Padilla de Leon, but he probably didn't. It came out in books that were proliferated by the Americans. It's like our Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's a nursery song where we teach our kids about...
it's like a teaching song, like a nursery song. And they teach them about vegetables. Huh, interesting.
Vegetables. So, this is the irony of the Bahay Kubo song. The title is Bahay Kubo, but it is not about Bahay Kubo. It's all vegetables.
What do you mean? What does Bahay Kubo mean? I think I need to understand Tagalog to understand what this means.
Sigarilyas at mani, sitaw, bataw, patani. Wala na. They forgot about the house already. But according to the anthropologist Stephen Acabado and the writer Christian Sendon Cordero from Bicol, the real message of Bahay Kubo is how the Philippines actually connected with the world. Because none of the vegetables in the song are actually from the Philippines. So, singkamas, mani, sitaw, patani,
Oh, okay. Weird. This is a song about vegetables for kids, I guess. And none of the vegetables are in the Philippines. So they're saying it's kind of about how they connected with the world. That makes sense. I should listen to this song probably, huh? Maybe I can react to it. You guys want to see me react to this song? Hopefully with the English subtitles.
Basa, kamatis, bawang came from Latin America. Meanwhile, the other vegetables came from Asia, Africa, or India. And only upo, labanos, and luya came from Southeast Asia. Only 3 of the vegetables. So, what does it mean? It means, actually, we are a citizen of the world. We connected with the world. Our history has always been in connection with other people. That's why we have a
That makes
song
sense.
of our vegetables, the Bahay Kubo, with vegetables coming from different parts of the
Wow.
world. And this shows our high
That's actually very interesting. That shows how connected Filipino culture and people have been to the outside world forever. It's very interesting.
degree of connectivity as a people. But then
Right.
again, it's probably just a song about vegetables in the Philippines. All right, Jonah Kanji. Why was Jose Rizal chosen as the national hero where there were others that could have been considered? Who chose him? It was said that the Americans made Jose
Interesting.
Rizal the national
Everyone has heard about Jose Rizal. I haven't heard about any like other big though, like heroes like that. So why did they choose him? I didn't know there was multiple even. Is there other very popular resistance figures that could have also been just as big as Jose Rizal?
hero. But actually, there is no official law that declares Jose Rizal a national hero. Not during the Americans, not in the time of the Republic. Jose Rizal was a national hero by public acclamation. The Americans
Wow.
only rode on what is already a storm of admiration, of veneration to Jose Rizal, which started even when he was still alive. From even the revolutionaries themselves. Because Jose Rizal was the first one that they know who stood up against the Spaniards after Lapu-Lapu, a major figure in the resistance. He used his pen, the first literary manifestation of anti-colonial sentiment in Asia, according to Penguin Classics.
Wow. The first anti-colonial sentiment in Asia. He wrote down the first anti-colonial sentiment. That's a big accomplishment. So the Philippines was kind of like the first country in Asia to rebel against the colonial authorities. That's something to be proud of.
No Limit Tangere and the El Filibusterismo, which are the novels of Jose Rizal, which told the story of our country in the time of colonialism. So if you're asking who made him a hero, this is where you'll see that it was not the Americans who made Jose Rizal the national hero. It was the Filipinos' public acclamation of Rizal.
Wow.
And Ambeto Campo
Must have been a great person to achieve all that.
always says, even Bonifacio would vote for Jose Rizal as national hero. But the mere fact that we do not have national hero by law means we can have all of them. All of those who contributed to the creation of our nation, the major heroes that we have, all of them are national heroes. Bonifacio, Marcelo del Pilar, Gregorio del Pilar.
To be honest, I think I've heard Bonifacio. I don't know who that is or what he did. I've never heard this name. Never heard this name. I don't think I've heard that. I haven't heard this. Haven't heard this. Father Burgos, haven't heard that either. So guys, there's a lot of history I still need to learn. So if you have any good videos on any of these people that I haven't heard about, please do share that with me, so I can get educated on these people, because I don't know what these people did. I'd like to know.
Antonio Luna, Juan Luna, Apolinario Mabini, Father Burgos, even Emilio Aguinaldo. All of them are national heroes. And I think it's better that way. They all deserve our admiration, not just Rizal. All of them deserve our admiration.
Absolutely.
Gogo F. Magog, 2382. Your name is Xiao Chua. Are you Chinese? If so, why are you teaching Philippine history? Ooh, that's a terrible question. Why? Because that is what Hitler did. You want racial purity. Should only pure Filipinos talk about Filipino history? Of course not. I am fourth generation Chinese, meaning it is my great-grandfather who was pure Chinese. And in many ways, if you're going to look at it,
I mean, there's a lot of Chinese people in the Philippines, right? I learned that a lot of the DNA also was mixed with Chinese. So, like, it's not like this is something new, right? Either way, he has got a good point. Like, anyone can talk about history, right?
his ancestry is just the same as Jose Rizal's ancestry, who I'm sure you wouldn't doubt was a Filipino. My only point here is this. I am a Filipino, and I think I have proven to our countrymen that I am Filipino. I don't have to say I love the Philippines kasi let them just see the work that I did. Okay? So, my name is...
I haven't heard about this guy before, but he's very funny. I enjoy watching this guy. Seems like an interesting person.
Actually, Michael Charleston Chua. I became Xiao because one of my classmates, Alvin Garcia, he
changed his name, actually. That's not his real name, huh?
Tad, A and U. So I became Xiao. So I became CHAW, but eventually I changed it to XIAO, Xiao. In honor of the late Chinese leader Deng Xiaoping, who lifted 800 million Chinese in poverty. So that is why I'm proud of both my Filipino-ness and also my Chinese heritage. I came from two great peoples. So we are all Filipinos. We're bound by a culture. We're bound by a history. And if you want to be a Filipino, if you choose to be a Filipino, and your citizenship is Filipino, acquired rightfully, then you are a Filipino. And even if you're not a Filipino citizen anymore, you have Filipino heritage around the world.
If I get Filipino citizenship, am I a Filipino? Would you guys consider me a Filipino if I learn all this history? Maybe one day, huh?
You are also included because you may not be a Filipino citizen, but you're part of the Filipino nation. As we say in the Filipino story, we are one people on the same journey, on the same boat. Yes! Wow, last question. On the 41st day, what a name. What is your Filipino dream? What kind of Philippines do you want to live for future generations? My Filipino dream is your dream too. And that is kaginhawaan. Kaginhawaan for everyone. And what is kaginhawaan? According to Sayo Salazar, if you have peace of mind, if you have good health, you don't have to be necessarily rich, but your needs are met. That is kaginhawaan. My Filipino dream is that every Filipino, despite the challenges in our country, despite the imperfections of our system, will become maginhawa. And we cannot do this without helping each other. We cannot do this without cooperating with each other. And that's why we have...
Wow, this guy is really good. He should be a politician, I feel like. Because this guy actually, it seems like he cares about the Philippines, right? Is this guy very popular in the Philippines? This Xiao guy, is he popular? I mean, he runs this YouTube channel, I think. But maybe there's more people on this channel also. I don't know. I'm gonna watch more of Filipino story for sure in the future though. So we'll see him more, I guess.
Bayanihan. The bayanis coming together for the kaginhawaan of everyone. And so, I hope that my dream is your dream too. It's the dream that we are all trying to share through the Filipino story. Kaginhawaan.
Oh, look. This is from another video, the Filipino Story episode 2. So they have like a cartoon series about Philippines history, I think. Is that good? Should I watch that, guys? That seems pretty interesting to me.
It's the dream that we are all trying to share through the Filipino story. Kaginhawaan for everyone. And I hope that all of us, whether you're here in this country, the Philippines, or you are there abroad, you will share this dream with me and work for this dream to be a reality. Okay, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, share, and subscribe. The Filipino Story.
And that's the
YouTube.
end of the video. Really good video. I really enjoyed this. I didn't expect it to be kind of like a Q&A thing. I just saw that it said, why do Filipinos always point with their lips? And I started laughing because I've noticed this. But this was a really good video. I'm going to like this. Once again, it's by the Filipino Story. And if you guys have more videos you want me to react to, then please let me know in the comments and I'll check it out. And if I end up reacting to it, then I'll give you credit in the video, of course. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, I make daily videos of me reacting to the Philippines, just like this. So yeah, if you like this type of content, you should subscribe and stay tuned for more. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video tomorrow then. Bye bye.